Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. We just received our second ghost teaser for the new Halloween update for Phasmophobia. We received the first ghost a few days ago. If you want to watch that one, I'll link it in the top right. It is supposedly called the Twins, and it's kind of a two ghost on one map concept, it sounds absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to see it if it ends up being that way. Now, this new ghost seems to be really interesting as well. It seemed to be totally themed around fire, which is a really unique ghost like design. So in this video, I want to go over what this new ghost is, what my theories are on what you can fill in the blanks, and also welcome you guys to comment your own theories down below, because last time you guys basically solved the ghost for me because my theories were not that great. But this time I think I have a pretty strong case here. So let's cover it and just have a great time. I think that the name is pretty obvious here, so let's start with that. The Onryo is often referred to as the Wrathful Spirit. Now, why do I think that? Because if you type in Google, the Wrathful Spirit, literally your first hit will be the Onryo is often referred to as the Wrathful Spirit. Onryo in Japanese literally translates to the Vengeful Spirit, so that seems pretty strong. It seems like a pretty strong case, so we're probably going to have a ghost called Onryo. And then in terms of the rest of this part right here is easier to understand if you know the context of the strengths and the weaknesses, because the strength and weakness seem to be themed around fire. So I'm going to start with that and then come back to this part to make it easier to kind of give a guess, because this is pretty well blurred out. It's kind of hard to read it there. However, these are much easier to decipher. Strength. Extinguishing a flame can cause an Onryo to attack. This pretty much might as well not be blurred out. You can literally read it. I see an X here. Extinguishing a flame can cause an Onryo to attack. Very obvious and very cool. So if you bring in a candle, candles are extremely strong. They prevent your sanity from dropping completely, which means that if you do that at a high sanity, you will never be hunted. You can literally prevent hunts. You don't need a crucifix. You don't need smudge sticks. You don't need anything. You can just stop hunts. Completely. However, this new ghost will counter that kind of playstyle, where if it blows out the candle, it can then start a hunt at any point. I'm guessing it's going to be an early hunting ghost that can trigger its early hunts by blowing out a candle, which sounds kind of easy to figure out, but also really cool. So I'm kind of fine with it. It's a really interesting mechanic where candles get like kind of a new twist on it. And then in terms of the weakness, is a little bit harder to read, but I think this last part says this ghost will be less likely here, seems pretty obvious, to attack, is what I think. And then this first part, I am thinking it means when around a fire. It seems like almost one word. I don't really know what this would say, but I feel like if the strength is going to be like, when it blows out a candle, it becomes very aggressive and can start its hunt. It would be interesting to have a ghost that is then shyer around a flame. So if you actually have the fire turned on and it's burning, then the ghost is shy. But if it then blows out, and you kind of don't know, like, is the ghost even here? There seems to be no activity whatsoever. And then it blows it out, and boom, it goes beast mode and it hunts you right away. Could be really cool. I think that could lead to a lot of interesting situations. So I kind of hope that it's that way. Sounds kind of cool. So that is my prediction for the strength and weaknesses. And then we are going to check out this text at the start here, because it kind of like my theories here ties into the strength and weaknesses. The Onryo is often referred to as the Wrathful Spirit. It steals souls from, and then this is pretty much unreadable. However, I think it has something to do that it steals the soul of the fire. Like it absorbs the fire to seek revenge, because that pretty much describes the strength here. The strength is completely readable, so I'm very certain that that's going to be extinguishing a flame can cause it to attack. So then this kind of line here at the top basically describes the strength, which I think is so that is my theory there. This ghost has been known to fear any form of fire and will do anything to be far from it. So I think this is a really interesting way, a really interesting teaser they've given us, because the strength is very readable, the weakness not so much. This part here is basically unreadable, but the strength is very readable, so we can connect those, and then we can connect this bottom sentence to the weakness because this bottom sentence is very readable. I think this says kind of obvious from this ghost has been known to fear any form of fire and will do anything to be far from it. So we can kind of decipher the strength and weaknesses and this text right here by using both of them, which is kind of interesting. So this ghost has been known to fear any form of fire and will do anything to be far from it, which I think describes basically the weakness that it is less likely to attack around a fire. So I think this is a really unique ghost. It kind of sucks that they removed a bunch of candles in one of the recent updates. They removed a lot of the candles from small maps because it would be really interesting to see what happens if you have a ton of candles around the ghost room with this ghost. Will it go crazy? Will it just basically be invisible and do absolutely nothing until it blows one out and then just hunt like crazy? It would be really cool to see. In terms of the evidence, we have spirit box and freezing temperatures here, which we kind of predicted last time because the twins presumably also has freezing temperatures and spirit box, which was the first ghost ever to have that combination. So then they gave the second ghost this combination as well to now have two ghosts. So it's not immediately obvious which one it is if you get spirit box and freezing temperatures. It also has ghost orb, which I think is one of the like a really fun new, or it's not new obviously, but now that you can hold the video cam and you can actually see them in like while holding it, it's really cool. I really like ghost orbs, and there were only 6 ghosts I think that had ghost orbs, so now there's a 7th one. But yeah, I think this is a really interesting concept. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with me? Do you think some things should be different? I would love to hear. I will be live on Twitch if you want to talk about it in about 1 hour from when this video goes live, so I hope to see you there. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it. And thank you very much for watching. I love you. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.